What's good? What's good, man? It's Live with CEO with your host, the CEO. Special edition, man. Check this shit out. Niggas finally home, man. Let them know a little bit about yourself, your name, a little bit about your background, the whole shebang. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm Big Stay. Before I went to jail, my homies used to call me Lil Stay, but now I'm Big Stay, the prisoner's voice. I just got home from doing a 17 and a half year sentence from prison. I was 14. I caught a first degree murder. At the age of 16, I was convicted by a jury of 12 to 50 years of life.
So, god damn. So they really threw 50 with an elbow at you.
Yeah. They really gave me 50 years of life. I mean, my day was like January 18th, 2057.
Shit. God damn, man. Well, first and foremost, man, welcome home, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Got a second chance at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I think we should take it back from the beginning. How did you even get in this situation in the first place?
Well, growing up, running the streets, you're on the streets with your friends.
Hell yeah.
So, eventually, y'all start to doing small things like stealing bikes, stealing from the stores,
Right.
Shit like that. Then you might go to the skating ring, getting fights with dudes from other neighborhoods, and y'all kind of like form a package like a family.
Right.
So that's where it all started from.
Okay, but without saying any details, just the basis of what happened. How did that? You know what I'm saying? Talking about a murder charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, one day I was at the house. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I was getting up and going to do something. So, in the midst of going to do something, I ran into a situation.
Okay.
So the situation that occurred, somebody put their hands on me, and I was defending myself.
Okay.
But, as a kid, your first thing to do is, when you do something, run away. So when I ran away, that's when they said, okay, well, even though you was a kid, this shows premeditation.
Premeditation because you ran away, had time to think about it, and then you came back and retaliated.
No. Premeditation, because they said all it takes for a person to plan a murder is that you had to thought about it in that second. That you plan to do it in that second.
I thought that's heat of the moment.
No, there is no such thing.
Okay, put me up on game. Let me learn about this shit. For sure. Okay, so because it was in the moment, or actually, according to what you say, you feel me, you did it moving, but it was still in the all in one sequence.
Yeah. Because first, you know how the course is. Well, you shouldn't have had a gun at 14. So your only plan to having a gun is going out to commit a crime.
Right.
So that shows a little bit of planning too. So not only did you have a gun on you, but when you committed the crime, if you was defending yourself, why did you run and not stay at the crime scene? So you was planning to try to get away with the crime.
Man, nigga put his hands on you, you gotta pop that nigga.
Exactly.
Shit, I don't see. Fuck it.
Exactly.
Fuck it. Cause shit, you feel me? That nigga could have had it on him. So yeah, I'd rather be, you feel me, judged by 12 than you feel me, buried by 6 or however that shit go. But hell yeah, I'll feel you a million.
Yeah, exactly. But see, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because even though the crime happened, I was arrested at such a young age. Given a long sentence, it gave me time to actually learn about myself going into the system.
Okay, this what I'm. I'm just coming home myself, so I definitely feel you. I ain't do nothing like what your time, but you feel me. I only had to do a couple of years, but even in that, one thing, you ain't lying. One thing that you find out about yourself while you in there is you really don't need that long to get your shit together, to get your mind right. Really, I think you only need about a year tops. A year tops, and you kind of got all this shit figured out. Who your real ones is, what you really want in life. You know what I'm saying? You don't read enough books and all this shit. You don't found out what niggas really fuck with you, is tapping in, sending you commissary, all this shit. You feel me? I think you really only need like a year. Anything after that is just some extra shit.
Well, you can't really say a year, right? Because everybody go through different developmental stages at different times in their life. You might see a dude that's 50. He's still acting like he's 16. You even see that in prison. So it's really not about, going in there for a certain amount of time and learning it. It's about actually taking the time to learn and take the steps. You You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I feel that a million.
But anytime you try to put a time limit on something, you always run into an obstacle because you're not being patient.
I like that. I like that. That's some real game. What do you think is the most important thing that you learned in the 17 years? G?
Well, in the 17 years, the most important thing I learned, well, it's really two things, but the first one was I ran into an OG and he said, look, he said, man, you got a plan like you getting out of prison tomorrow. Yeah. Every day you got to prepare like you getting out for tomorrow.
That's right.
So by the time they release you, you would have been preparing already for that day. And then, another thing I learned is if you're doing a time with a long sentence is you can't think about what the homies doing or what my female doing or not. You just got to take that shit day by day. You don't even think about the time. Just focus on what you're going to do that day.
Oh, my mama. I still remember my first day in that motherfucker. It's like you never forget your first day. And I remember telling myself, man, this shit temporary, bro. I'm just in and out this motherfucker. You feel me? No matter how long it is, how long it's going to be, in my mind, I'm in and out this bitch. This ain't my home. You feel me? Do what the fuck I got to do and get out. Do you remember your first day and what you thought?
Yeah, my first day, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't think I slept.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is, right, it's like when you're going through something like that, right, you just gotta, like I say, be patient because you're gonna remember everything. After you've been in prison, if you did 1 year or 2 years, that's still something because things change in 1 or 2 years. But when you're doing something for like 10 years, 15 years, 17 years, it's like a hamster running in a wheel. You seeing the same shit over and over. So it's really a mental war. It's like, how do I stay sane from having to do the same shit over and over? Mm-hmm. And, a lot of people in there, man, it mentally breaks them. They all spice, different drugs. They catting out. They losing their mind. They talking to themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it really ain't an easy thing to do. And then to be able to make it out after doing that time at the age that I am, it's a blessing.
That's real. It's a lot of young niggas that's going to be watching right now, right? A lot of young niggas is trying to catch a body right now. Drill music is in. Gangbanging is probably at an all-time high. I mean, shit, that's just what it is right now. For the young niggas that's listening, what advice could they take heed from you?
Well, I would say, man, at such a young age, you really not thinking. So I would say, I'm not going to tell them not to do something, but what I'm going to say is it boils down to, the choices you want to make in life. Okay, if you want to, gang bang and do things of that nature and make the wrong choices, you're going to end up like me, going there at 14, spending 17 years. And for me, that was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to do that. It was a blessing that I got resentenced and got my time reduced to 11 years.
That's right.
But what I would say is, if you want to take that course, that's cool. But in the end, you're going to be the only one suffering. The homies you think you got, they ain't going to be there.
Man.
Most niggas be calling their mamas for a suit. That the female you messing with, she going to be on to the next thing trending. So if you want to make a decision like that, just basically, man, lock yourself in the closet and imagine doing at least 22 hours out the day there for at least 25 years. Can you take that?
That's real. That's real. Speaking of the homies, I want to talk about the homies. Especially if you're rolling with the team, you know what I'm saying? Whatever team you may be with, whatever your squad is, whatever your squadron, all the shit. What did you learn from the homies while you was down, whether good or bad? Or both?
Well, the best thing I learned from the homies wasn't, in them. It was what I taught myself, that basically ain't nobody obligated to give me shit or do shit for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. Like, when I think about the homies, it's like, all right, we're a family. We are representatives of the community, but, it's more about being from the team or being from this gang or that gang. It's really about, as a man, can I relate to you with the same morals and principles as you're a stand-up dude? Because a lot of dudes nowadays, man, is, doing the backdoor thing, thinking that's cool, but, that's really some snake shit. When I was coming up, snakes, you used to always say, chop the head off the snake, but now it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's not about being from this section or that section. It's really like, can we see eye to eye as men? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care if you from the north, you from the south.
Right.
If I can see eye to eye to you as a man, and you got these certain morals and principles, and you honor loyalty over everything. Yeah. Because a lot of people honor money. So you honor loyalty over everything. That's what makes a perfect union to me.
Oh, my mama, I can see the growth and development just even when you speak, the game that you spit, you know what I'm saying? And it's much appreciated because what I'm learning even myself, and from people who gone through the same situation as me even longer, patience is everything. Patience is everything. It's a lot of young niggas, rather if you rapping, rather if you entrepreneur trying to build a business, whatever it might be that you own. One thing you got to know is patience is everything, because it may not be for you to blow in a year or 2 years or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the most religious nigga, but I feel like God got a plan for us, and he don't make no mistakes. Your shit is gonna bust for you when it's time to bust for you, whether your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. You feel me? It don't mean that you can't take action, but patience. So I definitely feel you on that, my nigga.
Yeah, exactly. But now, when you've been through so much, you've seen so much, and you're looking at the future generations, like, your sons and your nieces and your nephews and your kids, it's like, damn, we need to bring the community back together. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't nothing but lives being wasted. So it's like, everybody might be like, oh, I'm a real nigga, or I'm a factor where I'm from, but how you gonna be a factor where you from and you ain't got no say-so? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no control, no influence. If you can't tell these niggas not to do this and do that, you need to move out the way and let somebody take over that can. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, right now in the community, what we need to start promoting is, everybody that say they somebody or say they factors to get together, man, put their minds together and figure out how we gonna stop these problems in the community. Because once we bring peace to the community, man, the kids can grow up to be who they want to be. And not only that, more money will be generated.
Man, come on, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Now we talking about money, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't swung my way, because I feel you a million, because what's going on right now with it's not just Sacramento. It's a lot of cities. Atlanta kind of got it together, but a lot of urban communities, what happens is when there's so much funk and there's so much beef going on, LA, Bay, the Valley, all the shit, it's fucking up the sponsors' money. People don't want to come to the city and do business out here. Like, nah, nigga, we know y'all gonna have a shootout after the club. We know y'all shit's gonna get shut down. Why would we invest our money and bring events and big names and big artists out to your city when we know y'all just gonna fuck it up anyway?
Exactly, but see, they came up with a plan for that. That plan is called gentrification. So now they pushing everybody that's ghetto to the outskirts, to what y'all think is, the good property, and taking back these houses that have been here 100 years, 200 years, and renovating them communities.
But how would that, with gentrification, how would that benefit us?
Well, see, gentrification, what it does is it raises the prices of rent. It raises everything high, so that the people that they can't afford it have to move to low-income communities. And what do? It's like putting somebody in a prison. If you put people in one thing, it's just gonna stay right there.
Right.
So we're gonna keep this community right here at this level, or everything else properties that's not of their kind.
Okay, I feel you. I'm definitely with you as far as pushing more entrepreneurship, pushing more positive influence in the community, rather if it's more private schools, rather if it's more maybe we need more community centers that's ran by us. Maybe we need whatever the case may be. It take a village to raise this shit. You feel me? But I gotta ask you something that was on my mind. You being a factor that you are, and I see how you go about shit in a very particular way. So when you do run into, let's just say, any op, no person specifically, or you know what I'm saying, when you do run into situations like that in a 17-year bid, how do you go about that?
Well, sometimes you got to be diplomatic about situations. You got to establish lines of communication, whereas, okay, we not cool, but we not gonna cross this line. Because we all know the gang banger, man, is a false mentality. Because a lot of these dudes is part of gangs, when they go to prison, they all running together anyway. So it's like, if you hate each other that much, why isn't it a riot or an incident happening every day that you come to the yard? And I'm talking about, you got gangs from all over California.
Right. So you got some niggas that just don't give a fuck. Like, when they see you, it's on sight. I don't care what you trying to, you feel me? I don't care about none of that. When the gates open, bruh, what's happening?
Yeah, that sound good, man. But I don't know if you did any real time, man. But in the pen, ain't nobody bigger than the program.
Oh, hell yeah. So even if an individual does have a problem with you, they have to go through the correct protocol before it can kick off to that.
Well, most of the time, sometimes it's just certain people you're not gonna program with.
Right.
So if I got a name, you got a name, then we probably not gonna walk the line.
Right.
But other than that, it's like basic communication.
The people that looked out for you while you was going through your situation, who is it? Mostly just family, couple of partners, maybe.
Well, I'm gonna be blessed. I'm gonna be honest, right? I was blessed, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much everybody looked out for me because most of the time I'm calling people, I'm not asking for nothing, so it's like everybody be wanting to look out for me.
Right.
So it's like, you know, how my experience might have been, the next person might not be the same. But for me, I was blessed, and I'm still blessed. You know, all praise be to Allah.
What did you do to make time go by?
Shit, I did it. I studied.
Yeah.
I read. I wrote. Shit, I made music, documentaries, did podcasts, wrote books.
Okay.
Graduated college with an A degree in psychology. So, you know, I did everything.
That's hard. That's hard. Oh my mama. So none of the chess, none of the cards, poker, none of that type shit. More so, it seems like you was on more the future type shit.
No, I just told you I was playing chess at a high level, but in real life.
Oh shit! Say that then. Yeah, say that, church. Yeah. Oh my mama. Oh my mama. I was fucking around with that chess shit. I was getting my ass whooped by the OGs. I gotta ask, just being from the city, right? Did the homie Lav ever tap in with you?
Yeah, Lav and helped buy me a phone and some more shit and send me money on multiple occasions. So shit, he wasn't never acting funny to me. But like I said, everything he did was a blessing because I wasn't even expecting nothing.
That's hard. That's hard. You know, you get a different type of appreciation for niggas that fuck with you while you in there. And like you was saying at the beginning, is nobody owes you shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody puts you in there, so it ain't none of the homies' responsibility to tap in with you and reach in with you. You feel me? And reach out to you. So any nigga that does reach out and show love, pull up for a visit, fill out a form, you know, just a little shit. Even if you just send $20, nigga, that's a few soups a nigga can get.
Yeah, exactly. But see, with people like that, we don't call them homies, we call them friends. You know what I'm saying? A homie is just a nigga that we got a common interest as being from the same entity. But a friend is a person that's gonna be there for you through whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you only got a few friends, but you know the homies, them just the homies. That's the homie. But nah, it's different when you be like, this is my friend.
Who do you look up to for motivation?
You know, I look up to Nelson Mandela. He wrote the book Long Walk to Freedom, did 27 years, came out, became president of South Africa. I look up to, George Jackson.
Okay.
That's what inspired me to write my book. Tukey Williams, his book, Blue Rage, Black Redemption. Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, many individuals.
What did you learn while writing your own book?
Self-transformation, the power of self-transformation.
Okay. Can you go a little bit more into detail with that?
Well, self-transformation is basically when you write and you going through the processes. Okay, I was here. It's called insight. I was here. Now I'm here. Like I say in the Bible, you know, when I was a child, I did things as a child. But now that I'm a man, I do things as a man. So it's just, going through the stages. And when you're writing that book, it's helping you identify these different stages. Like, damn, I was here. Damn, and now I'm thinking like this.
You feel like the OGs in there really kind of helped change your life? Because most of the game I got was from the OGs.
Well, I think what really, helped and changed my life was just listening. Dude might say he a J-Cat, but when you really listen to him, he might be really saying some real shit. So I think it's just, really just listening to what a person is saying, no matter who they is.
So, your future plans, right?
Yeah.
So, did you know when you were about to get out while you were still in there?
Well, I just recently found out I was about to get out. It was April 4th? Because I've been fighting my case for like 8 months. I had filed the People versus Heard. Juveniles that got the functional equivalent to life without parole.
Okay.
Shall be resentenced. So I filed that. Then 8 months later, the judge denied it. But in the same order, she said, but now that the courts have the power in their own hands, I'm going to consider doing it myself since when they sentenced you in 2008, the way they treat juveniles now is differently. So she enacted what they call the Assembly Bill AB 600 1172.1. So right after that, my attorney reached out to the DA and asked, would you mind doing a deal with my client? So he told me, you'll take the voluntary manslaughter, 11 years, immediate release, time served with one strike, but he gonna waive his rights to appeal to People versus Heard. So the DA was like, I'm gonna think about it. Then 30 days later, exactly 30 days later from when we reached out to him, they said, you know what, we're gonna do the deal.
Okay.
So I was supposed to take the deal May 30th. I went to court, and then the DA talking about she needed continuance.
Yeah.
So bam, they say come back in 3 days. So I called my attorney. I'm like, man, what's going on? He's like, oh man, we might have to take it the whole way. So now I'm like, damn, I done told everybody I was getting out. It might go bad at the last minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I go to court. First time I was for sure. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to take the deal today. I'm going home. The second time I go in there, I'm humbled in a motherfucker. I'm like, man, I hope this go through. I'm in there sweating like a motherfucker.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Then they got my shit was scheduled at 1:30. They don't call me to 2:10, so I'm waiting for like 40 minutes. I'm like, damn, it's bad. They came in there. She's like, I'm gonna recall your sentence. I said, oh yeah, it's over.
You got any little ones?
I got a son. I'm working on some twins or something, man. Hopefully, so. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking into existence, yeah.
I've been pretty blessed this far, so you know, I think I got some good stuff in store for me, man. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on right now.
Oh my mama.
I'm about to well, I already started. People don't even realize that it's been right in front of their face, though. But I already started filming a part 4 to the documentary, Finally Free. You know, big state of prisoner's voice, giving hope to the hopeless. You know, and inspiring the youth and pushing out a good message to the community and trying to bring it back together as one. So, like I say, man, I ain't really come home to play or nothing, man. I'm kind of like on a mission, so everything is just methodical. And if a person in my way, then, you know, like I say, it's easy to maneuver out here because it's like in the pen, you forced to deal with people out here. It's like boom, boom, boom. So it's like if you ain't used for it, you know, you ain't on the same type of height, then motherfucker just gonna maneuver around you.
That's real. You know what's so crazy is, low key, a nigga be kind of like jealous of niggas on the outs when you in. Not jealous in the sense of like jealous of what you got and whatnot, but more jealous of a sense of like y'all really don't know what y'all got with y'all freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all you maybe y'all take days for granted. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I was always telling myself, I don't know if you felt the same way. I said, man, as soon as they crack these gates, nigga, I'm not taking no days for granted. Cause this shit that's going on in here, this shit's for the birds, bro. This shit trash. When a nigga get out, nigga gonna take life serious, all in. What's your point of view on how you feel about people on the house?
See things from a different perspective, right?
Right.
Because it's like, all right, we talking about doing time and things like that. It's like, motherfucker can't make no excuses, period. Yeah. Like, you can't wake up tomorrow and decide to be serious. That shit started yesterday. Right. So a lot of people, you know, make excuses. You can say, oh, I'm gonna be this, that, I done seen 1,000 times. And dudes ain't in there doing shit because they not preparing. So it's like, it's really all gonna be in your actions. So, you know, that's pretty much what it boiled down to, man, putting things in action.
Now that you home, what do you feel like? Because that's a minute. What do you feel like is the most like different out here that you have to get accustomed to?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you right now, man. I keep asking myself if I'm out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go home, go to sleep, and I'm just sitting there like, damn, it's real. Oh my mama. So I don't know. I'm still processing it, man. I'm still floating. Since I've been out, I've been on the move. I ain't even been able to have a chance to sit down and think yet.
Being able to take a shower without no socks, no shoes, just, you know what I'm saying, just different shit. Man, alhamdulillah. Man, I can't lie, my nigga. I appreciate your time, bro. I appreciate you rocking with a nigga. I'm glad you home. You know what I'm saying? I know the streets is glad to have you back, but more importantly, man, I know the family is glad to have you back, G.
Yes, most importantly.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, live with CEO. It's your host, the CEO. He ain't little state no more. You big state, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That part. Tap in, tune in, subscribe. What's happening?